and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And taken down just past the 20. At the 21-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That would complete downfield to Thomas. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And that right there is what they're going to need to do, because this is not an elite unit. They've got to keep everything in front of them, rally up and make plays. What a lot of defensive coordinators call top-down defense. Don't give up anything by injury.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
19 Lions.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. The Colts have 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Down the field, he's got Warren. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mitchell, 26 yards. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented him from maybe going all the way.
Richardson will keep it once again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he certainly did. Dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Ready? 6 at the Jaguars' 16-yard line.
Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Think right open. Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First down, Jacksonville.
All right, let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Colts 3-yard line.
Red on red. Done. It's hot. Silver.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
That's the score. Jaguars 24, Colts 14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Come on.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here Richardson yet again.
20, 5, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look at repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he'll run that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Hey, I'm going.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Go.
A gain of 16 yards.
Here we go.
1st down, Jaguars.
Quarterback in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
16 yards. And the Jaguars, 1st down.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
24. 11.
Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin to throw.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How they're going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this.
The killer here is complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Go!
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Off play action, Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren.
On the gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
2nd and 7.
Come on, come on.
Now it's Richardson. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Let's go now.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Touchdown! And now Mitchell, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have cut the lead back down to 2.
In motion, the tight end. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Throw taken in by Taylor left side. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Richardson.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 11. Richardson out of the shotgun.
And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Colts will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And running with power here. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Now Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Hey, easy. Route.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home for the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead.
incorporated in your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. JT Tuimoloau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Here's Lawrence. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Colts 49, Jaguars 40.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 50, 50.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now back to throw.
That one complete downfield to Thomas. Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas,
75 yards.
and the Jaguars are back within a score.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jaguars 47. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Richardson looking to throw it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Richardson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Throwing now is Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
Here we go. Here we go. Crack all 80.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.